Many Australians see comic book collecting as an American hobby. But did you know that Australia and other countries produce their own unique variant editions of popular US comics? These localised versions often featured the work of local artists on the covers, and in some cases, they're even more valuable than the originals.
The reason I first started buying, right, was the story took you on a journey and gave you some escape. But at that point in time, I wanted to be an artist myself, and I used that as an excuse to be able to copy every cover that I could find. I tell my girlfriend I own about 10,000 comics, but I probably own about 20,000. From a graded perspective, I probably have around 600 graded comics. They say never meet your heroes, but if your hero is Kevin Eastman, you should meet him because he's absolutely incredible. I'm a lifelong Turtle fan. This is the first appearance of Turtles from 1984, but second print because the first print was only about 500 copies. I love finding a bargain. I don't like paying retail. So on a Saturday morning, we're going on a road trip to Bendigo, or we're going to Mildura or something because there's a comics on Marketplace or Facebook. So La Masa number 4 is one of my favorite foreign variants. This features the first appearance of Wolverine, but it also includes Hulk 180 and Hulk 181, which is the cameo as well as the first appearance, with a cover totally repainted by SP, which was a local Spanish artist. And in honor of the original, he kept the same composition, which is really, really good. Over the past 7 or 8 years, the foreign market's really been legitimized by the endorsement of grading companies. People find out, oh, this is actually worth something, and then everybody wants one. What happened during the whole Marvel cinema advent, some of those comics organically became to be worth more. And I was like, this is exciting. It's an industry I'd like to be in. And I set myself the target around 2015 that I want to own all the Marvel first appearances. It's almost incomprehensible to think that X-Men 1 was a $200-300 comic 20 years ago, and now it would reach $500,000-600,000 for issue 1 if it's a high grade. When it comes to modern grails, Miles Morales stands up head and shoulders above all. This is the 1 in 25 incentive cover signed by the entire creative team, as well as a little bit of a remark there. The grading has changed the game from a comic perspective, and as a result of that, the assurance that if I sell you a grade 9.8, you know it's a 9.8 because professionals told you it's a 9.8. It's not my opinion. Hulk 181 is my favorite comic in my collection from a Marvel perspective. What makes it perfect for me is it is the first appearance of Wolverine, who happens to be my favorite X-Men character. And it being an amazing cover by an amazing artist, it's just iconic. My Daredevil one is very special. I own the American one, but the Daredevil one that's actually close to my heart is an Australian print from 1965. According to the census and GPA, there's probably 10 in the world. I know of about probably 20, 25 that's floating around in Australia, but I'm sure there's more under people's beds or in their sheds or somewhere that remains undiscovered. I'd love to be able to explain why 99.9% of the comics are worthless, especially to people on Facebook Marketplace, because everybody thinks they're sitting on a $1,000 comic, right? Think about the fact that every month about 400 to 450 new comics are released through distributors. Go back 80 years and you'll see that it's basically like a pyramid or a spear with a very sharp tip. The top tier ones are really worth a lot of money, in the millions, and as you go down the spear, it goes lower and lower. Amazing Fantasy 15 was the last issue of what was a mystery horror series, and because they were cancelling it, Stan Lee convinced Marvel to create a new character called Spider Man and pop him in there. It won't hurt anybody because the series is cancelled anyway. It was a massive success, and that was followed by Spider Man number 1 4 months later. In the collecting circles, there's a very common saying, better low grade than no grade, and it is 100% true. For me, that 0.5 represents a well-loved comic. It's been read, it's been passed around by friends before I even existed, and a lot of people enjoyed it. For me, that 0.5 represents the actual story of why comics are important, more so than an investment grade of a 9.8. The big difference though is it's a $20,000 comic versus a $2 million comic. So budgetary perspective, I also like it.